a police officer, an MBA, and a doctor of education, a sports analyst, and an entrepreneur. Shaq O'Neal is one of the greatest centers of all time. In the late great Kobe Bryant's words, if Shaq had better work ethics, he would have been the greatest of all time, and they would have won 12 championships together. But do you know that Shaq actually is one of the richest basketball players of all time as well? Want to take a guess on what his net worth is? I'll give you a hint. In his career, Shaq earned $300 million over his 19-year NBA career before taxes, agent fees, personal spending, and other expenses. As of August 2022, he is estimated to have a net worth of $400 million, and he reportedly earns over $60 million annually through his business ventures and endorsements these days, and he averaged $15 million a year in his legendary career. Basically, he is making 4 times as much as when he was playing while working as a sports analyst on TNT and often beefing with other NBA players and presumably working less hours and in less competitive and demanding environments. And you have probably seen video clips where Shaq shares how he manages his money in various video clips, especially under the influence of Magic Johnson after he came to LA.
Met a gentleman one time, he had a piece of paper and said, this is $100. Rip it in half, $50. He said, the smart people invest, whatever, real estate with this 50. But then he had 50 left. But he said, the wealthy people take half of that 50. Now you got 25, and you put that away, and this, you have fun with it. Cars, jewelry, whatever you want. So I started doing that, and then when I started going to LA, I started seeing the things that Magic Johnson was doing in the community. I was like, okay, this is what people should start talking about.
What is really surprising is that, as some reports suggested that Shaq only gets paid $20,000 for his commentary on TNT. And during the regular season and the playoffs, you can often see Shaq on the air a lot. But hey, if a man doesn't need the money but needs the platform to diss other players and people love watching it and taking sides, why would any TV station say no to that? In case you don't know who Shaquille O'Neal is as a player and what he has done in his legendary NBA career, here is a quick recap. Shaq was drafted with the first overall pick in the 1992 NBA draft by the Orlando Magic, and he would lead the team to the 1995 NBA Finals, and they would get swept by the eventual champion Houston Rockets. He was signed with the Lakers in 1995, won 3 championships with Kobe Bryant, despite many public arguments with Kobe after their first championship. Shaq would be traded to the Miami Heat in 2004 and won another championship with the then rising star Dwayne Wade. After that, his age and injuries started to catch up with him. He would go on to play for teams like the Phoenix Suns, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Boston Celtics before eventually retiring in 2011. Shaq lived in a different era where centers commanded a lot of respect. Fans back in the day would often see God throw the ball to Shaq in the low post and watched Shaq abuse the opposing defendants. He ended up career averages of 23.7 points on 58.2% field goal percentages, 10.9 rebounds, and 2.3 blocks per game. If it wasn't for his later career performances, these numbers would have been even more impressive. Standing at 7'1" and weighing 330 pounds later in his career, Shaq's presence in the post would never be forgotten. In fact, his presence was so big that teams created a tactic called Hack a Shaq, as Shaq was a career average 52.7% free throw shooter. In the words of the great Phil Jackson, Phil believed Shaq underachieved in his career, saying he could and should have been the MVP player for 10 consecutive seasons. That being said, the Lakers retired his number 34 jersey on April 2nd, 2013, and the Miami Heat retired Shaq's number 32 jersey on December 22, 2016. And the Lakers also built a bronze statue for Shaq outside their basketball arena, Louisiana State University, where Shaq played college basketball and got his bachelor's. Also built a statue of Shaq outside their basketball practice facility. In addition to that, Shaq is also one of the 50 greatest NBA players voted in 1996 and one of the 75 greatest NBA players voted in 2021. He is also a member of the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame inducted in 2016. He is a 4-time NBA champion, 3-time NBA Finals MVP. He was an NBA MVP in 2000 and 15-time NBA All-Star and 2-time NBA scoring champion, as well as NBA Rookie of the Year in 1993. Now, despite his many beefs with other NBA players such as JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, Rudy Gobert, Damian Lillard, Steve Nash, or Charles Barkley, he actually received tough parenting from his stepfather, who is a surgeon in the military, and transformed Shaq from a high-level uniform delinquent growing up, and his mother had a huge emphasis on education and made Shaq promise he would graduate from college. And so he did. While Shaq was playing in the NBA, Shaq completed and graduated with a BA in General Studies from LSU with a minor in political science, and he passed on the same mentality to his own kids.
That's how I do my kids. Like I tell them all the time that ain't gonna be no easy ride. And like I tell them, you're gonna have to get 2 degrees to touch my cheese. It's true. I ain't giving you nothing.
Now, Shaq was an active bond investor in the early 1990s and continued to invest in stocks and made investments into companies like General Electric, Apple, and PepsiCo. Starbucks even tried to partner with Shaq before they worked with Magic Johnson, and this is one of the regrets that Shaq talks about often. In addition to his stock investments, Shaq was also a real estate investor. It is reported that Shaq's business portfolio now includes 155 Five Guys Burgers restaurants, 17 Auntie Annie's Pretzels restaurants, 150 car washes, 40 24-hour fitness centers, a shopping center, a movie theater, several Las Vegas nightclubs. He was also at one point a minority owner of the Sacramento Kings, and he is now a board of directors of Papa John's, the pizza chain. While Shaq's business investment strategy may seem to be boring, but being smart with your money, especially as a high-income earner, is critical. And if invested properly, the compounding effect of this investment is astonishing over time. The 50-year-old Shaquille O'Neal isn't slowing down either. He is still actively taking on endorsements and other business deals. He is definitely in the contention of one of the richest basketball players of all-time competition. This is NBA Player and Their Money Part 2. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you are still here, remember to comment down below, subscribe, and that your support goes a long way. This is Dennis. In the next video, we have NBA Player and Their Money Part 3. The richest NBA player you probably have never heard of before. Stay tuned.